178 county area last call.
178, 116.
We got a pursuit.
The police were patrolling and received a notification about a suspicious individual. They stopped him and conducted a search. The chase, along with the individual's risky actions, all nearby police officers were mobilized to block the roads, preventing the suspect from escaping. Upon receiving orders from the command center, the police units immediately implemented a blockade plan. They quickly set up barriers and positioned forces at key points on main roads and alleys around the area. Patrol cars were dispatched to intersections and junctions, while traffic police units set up checkpoints at potential escape routes out of the city. Everyone was on high alert, with flashing lights and sirens blaring, creating a tight net to ensure no escape for the suspect. Special task forces were also deployed, tasked with quickly searching for and apprehending the suspect if they attempted to flee through side roads or unofficial paths. Other regional police units were alerted and prepared to provide support if necessary. In this tense situation, all eyes were focused on the direction of the suspicious vehicle's movement. The coordinated efforts between police units ensured that any attempt by the suspect to escape was thoroughly thwarted. With nightfall, the chase became arduous and challenging. The dim street lights and thick darkness made tracking his car incredibly difficult. The routes he took were winding, narrow, and hard to control, forcing the police to exert maximum effort to keep from losing him. Many times, in the dense darkness, they lost sight of him as his car disappeared around bends or down poorly lit side streets. However, the police did not give up. They continuously communicated with each other via radio, sharing information and the last known position of the car. Each time they lost track, they quickly set up checkpoints on surrounding roads and deployed search teams. Their patience and determination eventually paid off. Thanks to their skills and close coordination, they managed to locate the car again and resume the pursuit. Each time they caught up with the suspect, the chase grew more intense and dramatic. His car swerved, trying every possible way to escape, but the police stayed close, not giving him any chance to get away. The darkness and complex terrain made this task a significant challenge, but the courage and professionalism of the officers helped them overcome all difficulties. Aware that every passing second was a challenge, the police were determined not to let the criminal escape. They continued the pursuit, tirelessly, despite the many hardships faced in the pitch-black night. As the chase continued, the suspect veered off the road and into a dense forest. The car came to a sudden halt, indicating a severe crash. The police, maintaining a high level of caution, slowly approached the vehicle. The headlights revealed the extent of the damage. The front of the car was crumpled against a large tree, steam rising from the hood. Realizing the gravity of the situation, the officers immediately called for emergency services. They provided the location and details of the accident, requesting both medical assistance and a rescue team equipped to handle the extraction. While waiting for the rescue team, the officers kept a close watch on the suspect, ensuring he remained conscious and preventing any further attempts to escape. The scene was tense as the officers maintained their positions, flashlights illuminating the dark forest. The sounds of sirens grew closer, and soon, the flashing lights of the rescue vehicles pierced through the trees. Paramedics and firefighters quickly assessed the situation. Using specialized equipment, they began the delicate task of extricating the suspect from the mangled car. As the rescue operation proceeded, the police maintained a secure perimeter, ensuring that no unauthorized persons could interfere. Once the suspect was safely removed from the vehicle, he was immediately placed on a stretcher. Paramedics provided initial medical treatment on site, stabilizing him before loading him into the ambulance. With the suspect now in custody and on his way to the hospital, the officers began the process of securing the scene. They gathered evidence from the crash site, ensuring that all aspects of the incident were documented. The successful coordination between the police and emergency services showcased their dedication and efficiency, even under the most challenging circumstances. The police officer was on patrol, carrying the joy of his family with him. He had been married for 2 years and had a 7-month-old daughter. His pride and happiness about his family were evident as he talked about them with his colleagues. While on patrol, they stopped to check the taillights of a car. He asked the driver to step out of the vehicle and place his hands on the trunk. With professionalism and caution, he thoroughly inspected the inside of the car, looking for signs of narcotics or anything suspicious. Receiving an update from the dispatcher, he reported the current situation and requested additional support if needed. Suspecting the presence of illegal substances in the car, he called for a sniffer dog to check the vehicle again. The dog quickly got to work, sniffing every corner of the car. Suddenly, a young man fled the scene. The officer immediately reported the escape and called for backup to apprehend the suspect. The chase spanned a long distance, crossing multiple streets, and the suspect eventually hid in a nearby house. The police drew their guns and ordered the suspect to surrender. The sound of the dog barking nearby added to the tension. Officers searched every nook and cranny to find the fleeing suspect. Finally, he was captured. The officers forced him to the ground, ordered him to raise his hands, and then handcuffed him. The officer checked the suspect's identification and reported back to headquarters. The information revealed that the suspect had 4 prior offenses and a small amount of drugs in his back pocket. The officer explained that although the dog found nothing in the car, the suspect's sudden escape led to his capture. The officer read the suspect his rights, informing him that he could request a lawyer in court, where he could defend himself against the charges. The suspect had previously committed murder, robbery, and had fled the scene. He was then placed in the back of the police car to be taken to the station, where he would face justice. The officer also discovered a court summons and other identification documents of the criminal, further solidifying the evidence against him. His work today contributed to the safety of the community, and he would return home with a sense of pride in his accomplishments.